The only other thing that I did, I'll talk about later, because it has to do with FanDome.
Ah, indeed. Do you want to talk about it later? Why don't we just talk about it now? Let's talk about FanDome. Let's talk about FanDome.
It was super cool. Like, Luke and I hung out. We watched FanDome. We ate pizza. We had soda.
Remember, like 6 months ago when Brett was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be there this year."
Yeah, dude, we were super.
We're gonna hang out all day and watch these trailers, like Comic-Con. It's gonna be so fun.
You didn't get away. They saw you. You have to come back now.
Fine.
Yeah, you have to come back now. Yeah,
this guy.
Yeah.
Missed the whole.
I thought I would have more than 3 hours.
It was
3 hours and 45 minutes.
It was a lot different this year, though, too.
It was.
Last year, they had tons of filler where they'd just be like, we're going to have Jim Lee interview these comic writers for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it was weird. This year, they definitely kept it moving. There was only like one ad read. It wasn't even really an ad read. It was an announcement of a competition for like an art thing.
Yeah.
And Dove sponsored it.
Yeah. And I guess maybe the Ally thing with Milestone, too.
Oh, yeah.
But it was just like a part of
the announcement. Yeah.
Their project.
Yeah. Which that was really cool.
Yep.
But yeah, no, FanDome.
FanDome.
I'll give it a booyah. It was a booyah experience.
I'll get a fanboy-worthy experience, I guess.
I just watched all of the things on YouTube later, so I can't give it a fair rating.
I want to make that like a yearly thing. Like I love like hosting. Specifically, I guess Luke. Because Luke's the only one who actually shows up.
I'll come over anytime, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of babies, I met your baby. That's something
right.
I did.
Yep.
It is real. Can confirm it's an actual.
Yep. I do have a child. I'm not just making things up.
I thought you were just making excuses all the time. Oh, I can't hang out. I gotta hang out with my baby. Yeah, right.
Yep. She is very much a real living, breathing human. Human. She's getting there.
All babies are kind of aliens.
Yeah, kind of aliens. No, I just think like getting everybody together and watching it that makes it a big off for me.
We're gonna.
I think it's a fanboy worthy for me just because everything they announced this year
we already knew about.
We kind of already knew.
Yeah.
There was no big announcement. There was no surprise. Like, are they going to talk about that? Like, just throughout, we're like, are they going to talk about Zatanna, Green Lantern Corps, all this other stuff? More of the HBO projects, and it was just kind of all the stuff we already know about that's in production.
It was a good show, but a very expected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there wasn't any surprises.
Yeah, like we were speculating, like there's been James Gunn has even talked. He's like, yeah, we've talked about doing another project with DC, but he only talked about Peacemaker, which is great. But yeah, there's nothing unexpected to happen.
Well, Luke,
but it was still an absolute blast.
There's one unexpected thing.
We'll get to it, I guess.
Yeah, you'll specifically get to it because I've not done it yet.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. We did totally forget about that.
Yeah.
But should I just run down the show? I kind of have it in order.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just we can spend extra time on certain things and pass through others.
Just mention other things that they mentioned that honestly I don't really care about. The first thing that they started with was Black Adam. They had a behind the scenes look. They talked to a lot of the cast through an interview, and we got a really quick clip.
An introduction to Black Adam.
Yes. I think you should say what you were hoping for, Tyler, and what you experienced, because it's kind of funny.
So yeah, we were sitting there like right as it was about to start, and I was like, man, like I really just want to, because he was like, we're gonna show you like the first time, because The Rock introduces it, and he's like, we're gonna show you the first time you meet Black Adam. And I was like, oh, cool, like that's kind of a cool thing to show. I'm like, I really just hope he just grabs some dude and like rips his skeleton out of his body. I'm like, it's not gonna be an R-rated movie, so they won't do that. But that'd be really cool. And then like the clip happens, and I was like, oh, what?
He just melted that dude.
And then he's holding his skeleton. I'm like, oh, yikes! They actually did that. I just couldn't believe it. It was super weird.
And I feel like, what has most people been saying about the Black Adam movie with The Rock? Be like, oh man, it's The Rock. He's just kind of gonna be a hero. Yeah. Like, is he really gonna be even an anti-hero or a villain?
Yeah.
Like he's been
He's a villain.
He looks.
He looks quite villainous.
Yes.
I was not expecting the brutality.
Yeah.
And I'm all for it.
Yep.
I'm all for it.
Fits.
The only question left is The Rock's performance, because he has so much surrounding him with who he is already.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to detach that. It might be hard to detach that.
I would say, for me, it's less about like who The Rock is and more like I honestly haven't seen him in a role that I've been like, oh wow, like that was a fantastic performance. Like that was a great performance.
Right.
And I think
I'd be happy to be proven wrong.
I think the only time he's ever played a villain was in Get Smart, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Which is just a twist at the end.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was great too. But I need to watch that again. That movie.
But yeah, super excited for it still.
Black Adam, big surprise, and it really brought me on board.
So I wanted to kind of do like a stock report after FanDome. So like to me, Black Adam is stock up. Like
Thumbs up?
The stock up on it. Like I think I wasn't sure what I was thinking it would be, but after seeing that, I'm like, okay, I'm a little more excited.
You're more excited about it.
Like this looks better than I thought it would look.
Yeah, agreed. So stock up.
Stock up.
Stock up, stock down, stock neutral?
Sure.
Okay.
No change. We could just do thumbs up, thumbs down, and it's way easier.
I like that.
Let's stay on brand.
We just have to vocalize
Black
it,
Adam,
though,
thumbs
for
up.
our
thumbs
audio
up
listeners.
for the Black Adam teaser.
Agreed.
First look.
The thing they did right after was they announced that the Flash TV show is going to have gold boots now. Moving on.
The fact that that's an actual announcement is kind of bizarre because it definitely came out like 3 days prior to FanDome.
Yeah, and listen, great. I'm glad he's getting them, but also don't really care.
Yeah, I'm not watching that.
Aquaman, behind the scenes footage.
The Lost Kingdom.
And the Lost Kingdom.
Under the Lost Kingdom.
Got some looks at the new costumes and a lot of the sets.
Yep, got to see
Looking good.
Yeah, those actors behind the scenes.
That new Black Manta suit is so sick.
Honestly, all of the costuming on
Yeah.
that just looks so good.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. I'm excited.
So good.
I'm excited. That's a thumbs up for me.
Yeah.
Yep, thumbs up.
Thumbs up big time.
Didn't really get a whole lot like of leeway in what it's gonna be. It kind of sounds like when they talk about it more like of what the first one was. Like it's gonna be a globe-trotting adventure. Like, okay, well, yeah, that's what the first one was too, and I'm okay with that.
I really did enjoy seeing Orm run around with them.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because he's the villain in the first movie, but he's not a bad person. Guess he's kind of bad. He wanted to wipe out the surface world, but
Enough time's passed.
They're-
It's going to be fine.
they can discuss that in the movie.
Yeah, they'll handle it.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Next, Milestone Comics, which includes like Static. They kind of talked about their history, and they confirmed the Static movie, which is being produced by Michael B. Jordan.
The live action.
Yes, live action.
Yep.
And they also announced an animated movie of like the Milestone universe, which I am thumbs up in both
up
those.
on this. This is super cool. And
Did
they
you
announced
see that bit?
I didn't, but it sounds cool.
And
I
then
mean,
they
it sounds
announced-
good. I've kind of been paying attention.
I didn't
just
think
for the
that one would
Static
probably
stuff,
be.
but it's not one that was high on like YouTube lists and.
It
things
probably
like
wasn't in any of the playlists.
Yeah, no.
It was we were kind of half paying attention too.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, they're talking about Static.
Yeah.
And then we kind of started paying more attention.
And then they started going through all their characters, and they're like Icon, and I was like, this always comes up when you started talking about the Superman movie that Ta-Nehisi Coates is writing, and like it could just be an Icon movie, which would be really cool too. But like, no, this Milestone little panel, because it was a pretty long panel. It was like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I thought it was really good. I thought there was some cool information that came out of it. I'm glad the Static movie's still moving forward. And I'm glad they got the original writers to come in and help with it. Like, that's, to me, always important. But they also announced the Allied thing, right? Where they're allowing, or not allowing, they're helping colored comic book creators break into the space. And so, like, they've opened up this, this portal where you can apply and show off your work. and they want to assist you in making connections in that world.
Yeah, because they talk about too how like in movies there's been more breakthroughs in music, in TV, but in comics it's all kind of still just the same people.
Yeah, they really only mentioned like 2 people.
Yeah,
they're like Christopher Priest. And I can't remember who the other one was, but it's another really famous comic book artist. And they're like the only 2.
Yeah.
So it's just a really cool initiative. And I looked over at Luke and I was like, Luke, this is awesome because different experiences will provide different stories. And like those are stories we're not getting in the comic book space. So I'm really excited to see what we get that comes out of this.
Next, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. They had a story trailer. Did you see this?
I did.
Okay.
Yep.
You had a look of confusion.
Yeah, well, no. He started with the Suicide Squad, and I was like, there was more Suicide Squad stuff?
They announced Suicide Squad 3.
It's confirmed. No.
This one's called The Suicide Squad.
The title.
The Suicide Squad.
Why do I feel like they would do that?
This is a...
Well, if James Gunn's attached, he absolutely.
Yeah, so this game, who's making this game?
Rocksteady.
This is Rocksteady's game. That's right. But no gameplay.
That was very disappointing.
Yeah.
That's why, for me, this one's a stock down. The cinematic trailer did not do enough for me to be like, yeah, hype.
I'm still pretty hyped for it. I'm probably neutral
I was
just
just
for
say,
that.
nothing changed for me, like on how I feel for it.
Because I'm disappointed there's no gameplay. I remember sitting there and be like, all right, show me a 15-minute gameplay demo.
Yeah.
And they gave us a trailer. But it was cool to see what's happening in this game. Because the first time we got the cinematic trailer, which...
We got a weird cinematic cutscene where they're like on rooftops, kind of mid-mission.
And then Superman just
shows up.
Lasers a dude. You're just like, oh, okay, what's going on? And this gave us context for what's going on.
It's a
Brainiac
proper
is
trailer.
the villain.
Yeah.
Has control of the Justice League.
I thought it was just evil Superman.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny, especially the bit with Penguin at the end.
Oh.
It's like he's still up and running away, so they just keep electrocuting him. I thought that was great.
Yeah, I'm pretty neutral on this too, but I'm looking
I also
forward
just
to
really
it.
trust Rocksteady to make a good superhero game.
Yep, and that's what I was gonna say is no matter what is shown prior, I feel like Rocksteady has a good grip on what they're doing, and they've always been one that when a game of theirs comes out, it comes out ready to play. I think they're just biding their time. No release date, 2022 is all we know. They're gonna take as much time as they need, and I'm okay with it.
Yep.
Pay attention, Battlefield.
Got him.
Sing.
Next, we got Peacemaker.
Yeah, this is a thumbs up.
Big thumbs
Easy
up.
thumbs up.
Got a fun interview with the cast, and they were all goofing off with each other.
That's so funny.
And a trailer.
Raise your hand if you didn't know Vigilante was actually British. And like John Cena's like, I had no clue. It's like, this is awesome. Awesome. But yes, trailer.
Yes, the trailer. Man, John Cena's so funny. I'm so glad he's Peacemaker.
This is his I've not been a fan of him in other roles, but this is the perfect role for him.
Have you seen Blockers?
No, I haven't.
You should watch Blockers.
Okay.
He's really good at
That's
Blockers.
that's the movie where they're trying to stop their kids from having sex after prom.
Yes.
Yeah, that movie's great.
He's awesome in that movie because he's like the typical dad. He has like cargo shorts and a button up all the time, like, but he's still like the super yoked dude. It's so funny.
I forgot about that movie.
Dude, it's so good.
That movie's fantastic.
It's so good. But yes, this Peacemaker trailer, I'm very excited for all of it. Just there's nothing in the trailer that doesn't excite me.
Mm-hmm.
The vigilante suit, seeing it in action, that looks so good.
Yeah.
Who's that guy peeking up from behind the trash can? Hi.
I love their dialogue too when they're just like, oh, we're not bad people. We go out and we kill bad guys. Unless it's an accident.
The only thing I needed to see in that trailer was that bald eagle walking next to them. Eagly is favorite.
Yeah, Eagly's going to steal the show.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, that was great.
James Gunn and his CGI animals, man.
He's got to have one.
He does.
Yep.
And they all look good too. What the heck? No, I guess the rat was real, so you can't really mess that up.
So thumbs up.
Thumbs
on
up.
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker comes out in January.
Guy I work with called him Peacekeeper, and I was like, he doesn't keep the peace, he makes the peace. Remember that. He's Peacemaker.
Does he though? Maybe in his own demented mind.
Sick world, yeah.
The next thing that they did was they brought in Jim Lee, and he kind of talked about Superman.
Oh, dude, I freaking love this.
And Superman's always had a mission statement since he came out. It's been truth, justice, and the American way. And they've gotten rid of that. They've edited that to update more with the times in the world. Because, America isn't the only nation in the world. His new mission statement is truth, justice, and a better tomorrow.
Oh,
I think it's so good. It's so good.
That is very good.
I'm a thumbs up on
fan.
this.
Yeah.
Especially since one of Superman's names is the Man of
Tomorrow. It fits right in.
It's perfect.
Love it.
Good job, DC, on that.
Great change.
Next thing, we got a trailer for the Super Pets trailer.
I kind of forgot this existed, and I didn't. Whatever.
I'm giving it a thumbs down that they did a trailer for a trailer, which is stupid.
Oh yeah, it was just like a trailer for a trailer.
They said tune into the trailer in November, and it's like, do it here. Do it here. It's DC FanDome.
Even if it's just like a teaser.
Yeah,
like you've got
just a minute little thing. And it's just like, it's a 4-hour thing. Your 1 minute video isn't going to make it feel any longer. And I was like kind of interested too, because it's The Rock and Kevin Hart and Keanu Reeves and
John Krasinski and
like I want to see what this is going to be. But no, it's tune in November.
Yeah, thumbs down for me.
Yeah, a month doesn't change it.
I know it's probably not the main grab for the DC FanDome audience, but still.
Yeah, I'll stay here on it just because I'm not invested in it.
I need you to hate it.
Yeah, I just don't care that. I don't care that much about it, so I guess I just don't really care.
I don't either. But
I'm hoping it will be that
for a trailer is not cool.
I'm hoping it will be kind of like how Teen Titans Go to the movies was, where it's
like shockingly good,
shockingly incredible.
Yeah,
that'd be fantastic. Yes, please.
Give me more crystals. Sorry.
Gosh, that scene was incredible. Next thing, well, this is kind of one, and the other one was later, but I'm putting together. Doom Patrol and Titans both got confirmed for season 4.
Thumbs up.
Yes, thumbs up, mainly for Doom Patrol.
I would say I'm probably neutral, just because I don't watch those shows actively. But
mainly for Doom Patrol,
for those who are
as well. But man, I just constantly hold out hope that maybe Titans will figure it out as each season gets added on. I'm just like, maybe this is the season where they really nail it.
They always start off so high.
I know.
It's like, what are we doing?
Maybe they should take 2 years so they can make 6-episode seasons that actually aren't bad.
I'd be okay with that. This is another big one. We got our first look at The Flash movie starring Michael Keaton, Sasha Calle, is how you say your name, Ezra Miller.
Oh yeah, and Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah, they just at the end of the trailer they showed that there's the 2 Ezra Millers, and it's like, wow, here we go, let's do this.
Interesting. Yeah,
the opening shot of it, I was like, is that
Wayne Manor?
Well, no, like when they both get out of the taxi, I was like, is that 2 Barrys? It looks like 2 Ezra Millers. And then, like, as the trailer progresses, I'm like, oh, it is! That's super weird. Like, I knew that they had done some stuff, I think, you'd seen some set photos and stuff, but, like, I didn't think it was going to be that big of a part of the movie.
Yeah, but it maybe he runs into himself.
Right, but it seems like, no, like, there's just going to be 2 Barrys the whole movie. Which
is one secretly a villain?
Probably.
And
I'm okay with that.
What if the one that's a villain is Dawn trying to get his powers back, and Barry helps him get his powers back on accident?
It'd be crazy.
Or the one that helps Barry get his powers back, villain.
What if Dawn is actually Batman?
What a concept! I loved the little intro Ezra Miller did for this. We don't have enough footage for teaser. We don't have anything for trailer because we don't have a teaser. We're not done shooting the movie. What up, FanDome and FanDomers or Dome and Domers? I thought that was really good. His little intro was funny. His outfit was weird, but whatever.
His outfit is always weird these days.
It is.
If he's not on set, he just looks like a bizarro man.
Yeah.
So,
but that teaser was good.
What about the other big thing? We got the costume reveal.
Dude, I like it. The cow's a little weird. Like it's gonna take some adjusting because of the cheekbone part of it. It like just comes.
It goes up far.
Yeah, it comes up to like here, and it kind of goes in. And I think it's just kind of weird looking, but other than that, I like it. I think it looks really good. It's really sleek. It's really fitting, unlike some other suits we see in superhero movies.
Has that New 52 look.
Yeah,
with the yellow lines on it.
And I always think of that. I like to think the lightning that's going through it is just like it's storing in the suit. Like it's
it's not going everywhere.
Yeah, and that's how I always think of those lines. I don't know if that's what they actually are, but that's what I tell myself.
It's something I've never liked what they do in any of the they did it in the Flash show. Snyder did it in his stuff with just lightning flying everywhere. It's like maybe if he's going really fast that can happen, but can he just
right.
With it just being fine.
Well, and you watch the cartoons, it's not. It's just like you see
it's just a little red blur.
Yeah.
But yeah, this got me really excited. I still think I'll give it a thumbs up.
Yeah,
thumbs up
for sure.
I still think what I'm most excited for this movie though is Keaton's Batman, Affleck's Batman, and most of all, I'm really excited for Supergirl.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see where she fits in all of this because she's very much involved. She's in the scene where he's like, "So are you in?"
She's right there.
She's there. I mean, she's in the shot. It's funny. I showed the trailer to Dana, and she was like, "Who's the girl Flash?" And I rewinded it. And I was like, "Watch that again." And she was like, "Oh, yeah, it's Supergirl. Super cool. I'm excited."
Also, kind of got confirmation. It was my prediction that Barry was just going to spray paint the bat suit.
Yeah.
To be a Flash suit. I know I was not the only person that said that.
Yeah.
Probably
Barry 2 is wearing it.
Half the people in the world said that, but
yeah, Barry 2 is wearing it.
And I'm really excited.
You think they still got the J's on that suit?
Isn't he spray painting the boots?
He spray paints the boots. We'd have to go look.
I hope he's wearing the J's.
For those who don't know, Keaton's Batman suit, the boots they were trying to wear didn't really work, so they custom sewed some Jordans into it and just painted them black. It's really a cool story.
Yep. But I'm excited for that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, also, we will talk. I was going to bring this up in news later, but I'll say it now. The day after FanDome, the movie wrapped.
Yeah.
So it wrapped.
Yeah.
It wrapped. Movie's done filming, so we'll probably get a trailer.
We'll get a proper trailer
in front of the
probably.
Batman, is my guess.
Yeah.
Because it's coming out in fall?
June?
Really? Flash movie's in June?
Let's look it up.
I thought it was fall.
Flash
I thought it was October.
Movie release
I don't know. A bunch of release dates got moved around today.
November. Okay, November. Yeah, I was just saying, I thought it was fall.
Yeah, for other studios.
So I'm betting the first teaser, true teaser trailer will be in front of the
Batman. Yeah.
Batman!
Safe bet.
Or it'll be a post-credit scene. Batman.
Just confuse.
We'll talk about that later.
Confuse everybody.
We'll talk about that a little later.
What's next?
Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
Got an interview with the director, producer, and lead? Or is it the director and the lead?
It's the director, the writer,
okay,
and the lead. I'm thumbs up on this. The concept art for this is freaking sick. And I think I'm probably our Blue Beetle enthusiast here.
Yes,
I freaking love Blue Beetle. I'm so excited.
I would say that my enthusiasm is just because I'm being dragged along by your magnetic pole.
So, it kind of... My what?
You're a magnet and you're pulling me.
You talking about my pole, man? What's going on over here?
Euphemism.
It is. Yeah. I thought so. I think I said this when we talked about In the Heights. I just love Latin culture. And so to now get it as a superhero movie is just going to be so much fun. I cannot wait. I can't wait to hear what the soundtrack sounds like. And one of my favorite things they talked about in this little I'd say 5-minute panel. The writer was like, Peter Parker got bit by a spider and his natural instinct is to hide it. And Jaime is going to get the scarab, and he is in a Mexican family. There's no secrets in Mexican families. And so I just think that's cool. Like, it's kind of going to flip that origin story idea on its head a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Zolo challenged everybody to a rap battle if you think your suit's going to be better than his. Thought that was an interesting choice. Not sure why I wanted to do a rap battle over a suit, but hey, I'm here for it.
I mean, why
Give
not?
me a Blue Beetle rap battle.
Who's next?
Yeah, I'm thumbs up for this. I can't wait. I'm gonna watch Charm City Kings soon, which is the same director.
Yeah.
Takes place in Maryland.
Fun fact.
Is that significant to you in some way?
Yeah, it makes movies better.
Oh,
In places I've been to.
That wasn't his answer 2 weeks ago when
It was my answer. When movies are in places I've been before.
And you've been
not
there
specifically,
a couple
not
times.
specifically Maryland.
I definitely brought it up. Like when FedEx Field was in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Go check our TikTok. It's not mentioned.
You cut certain parts out of our TikTok. Watch our show. It is mentioned. Luke even brought up the FedEx Field thing in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which was just a transition shot. And I was like, ooh, suck it, Brett.
I got it, man.
Show up for FanDome next time.
He's an angry Tyler.
That's right.
You guys done? You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on.
I'm kind of going to go out of order because it's similar, because it's another HBO Max movie. We got Batgirl Stuff.
Oh, heck yeah.
With
that
the
concept
directors.
was awesome.
The writer, I think Christina Hodson was there too.
She was.
And Leslie Grace, who was playing
DC's
Batgirl.
secret weapon.
Yeah.
Christina Hodson. Did you see the Blue Beetle one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you saw the Batgirl concept art too?
Yes.
Oh yeah, baby.
I did some research.
It's just hard to know because you weren't there with us. I mean, can we trust you? I mean, you're
there?
editing videos, excluding stuff. I'm hearing. I didn't watch it. I actually missed that one, I think.
Wow.
So,
way to be a supporter of the pod.
I was doing other stuff. You want to fight me too?
It's me.
We all know I'm not a fighter.
You're a lover.
Yes, Batgirl.
Yeah. Sounds cool.
Some of the things they talked about was the action. They talked about how she's going to be having a cowl. She's not going to have a domino mask. She'll have an actual cowl, which is awesome.
Yep.
And then in the concept art, it kind of looked more like her more Batman-esque outfit. Like she has the purple one, and then she has the black and yellow one, and it looked more like the black yellow, and gray one. Yeah.
The funniest thing to me was Leslie Grace had asked she asked the directors, like, my first question is, do I get to have red hair? And they were like, yeah. And she's like, yes, I'm so ready for this. Like, she's just super hyped. Because I think she framed the question as like, am I going to get to have red hair? Because I'm ready. Like, I want to do it. And they were like, yeah. I just think it's cool. She's definitely all in on this. She had a giant Batgirl statue behind her, which I thought was also really cool. She's all in, and I'm excited to see what she does with the character.
I'm really curious still, because we still haven't gotten some confirmations about this.
I think it was confirmed.
About like
I think it's JK. I think it's JK.
I don't know. I still don't know. I'm pretty positive it's gonna be JK. But you never know.
That could be just
you
for
never
right
know.
now.
After that trailer, anything could happen. You never know.
Look,
we'll get to it later.
Just like we've talked about. I don't know if we talked about it in our Bond discussion last week. Just take the best parts of your universes and reuse them, and it doesn't have to make canonical sense. Whatever.
Right.
Hollywood Reporter said it. J.K. Simmons Returns.
DC or Warner said it though.
Oh, now we don't take Hollywood Reporters.
They have a horrible track record.
Do they?
No. Although they did report something, and I think James Gunn retweeted it, and he was like, no. No, this isn't true. And then like an hour later, he did the Will Poulter thing, I think. Gotham Knights. The other video game.
Yeah.
Which we have seen gameplay for.
Yeah, we got gameplay for that last year.
But they didn't this year, which I was kind of like, bummer. But we did get more Court of Owls stuff. It was a more Court of Owls themed trailer.
Yeah, it's kind of, I
There's a
think, more
story.
framing the story a
Yeah.
little bit.
We even watching the trailer, we're like, wow, we'd watch this movie.
Yeah.
Like, this is a sweet trailer. And, I mean, the Court of Owls is one of the best villains in all of Batman.
Yes. Yes.
It's also one of the most recent,
Yep.
which
and
is
it was
crazy to think.
And they had Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo on, who were obviously consulting on the game, which makes me feel infinitely better about the story that they're going to tell. Also, I mentioned this to Luke when we were watching it, and I have to say it here. I hate when people are like, we're making this thing, it's going to blow your mind. Like, I just hate that. And, like, their narrative team was like, yeah, we're making it, and, we just really hope people like it. And I was like, that is sobering to hear a creator say. Like, don't always, like, not everybody's Babe Ruth. Like, you don't walk up and point out your shot. You just walk up and just be like, be humble about it. Like, yeah, I hope people like it.
Yeah.
And that's what the kind of the direction I feel like they're taking with this game. And
they also know their audience.
Happy. Yeah.
Extremely divisive and toxic people.
And critical, And
yeah.
You know what, though? This is the same team that did Arkham Origins. I didn't play that game, but I've heard the story for that is...
The story was
incredible.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
Just the gameplay was
a little weird.
Yeah.
When it comes to this one and the Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, which one are you more excited for?
Gotham Knights.
The one that comes out first.
I would Knights for me as well.
My answer, everybody knows why, but
yeah,
if they're coming out on the same day, Suicide Squad.
For gameplay alone, I'd want to play Suicide Squad more, but I would just want to be Red Hood. That's all I care about. I just want to be Red Hood. If Red Hood wasn't in this game, it'd be Suicide Squad easily.
Yeah. But yeah, this trailer did good. I give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up for me
thumbs
too.
Up.
Again,
Stock
really,
up.
Really nice to hear that Scott Snyder's involved.
Yep. Love that dude. We got a extremely early look at Harley Quinn season 3.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even see this.
Yeah, this was super cool.
It was like half done art, not colored.
Not colored at all.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It was pretty much like looking at storyboards, but they had voice acting over it.
And the Kite Man thing was so funny. He's like, I'm gonna do this because I haven't been animated to do anything else. And so he's just like, his dude just keeps doing the same thing over and over again. It's so cool. I love how like on the nose that show has become. It's so funny.
If you haven't watched the Harley Quinn show, you have HBO Max.
You should.
You should check it out.
It's really good.
It is very mature, but yes.
Yes, indeed. But I'll give it a big old thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up for me. I'm excited for season 3.
I'm getting lost in all these bullet points. Oh, another animated thing. Batman Caped Crusader.
Oh, heck yeah.
They said it's going to be even more of what Batman the Animated Series was.
I think the line was, it's more Batman the Animated Series than
you're
Batman the Animated Series.
And they're like
what?
going back to the way they did it, but now they also have access to technology that they didn't have back then.
Yep.
One of the things they kind of compared to the tone was the Batman short they did for the 75th anniversary, which was Batman Strange Days. It's on YouTube if you want to go look it up. It's like a 3-minute thing. It's really cool. But it's like got this 40s noir vibe.
And it's black and white.
Yeah. Although they said they weren't going to make it a black and white show. It's got like this really old technology, but like in today's day. Like all the planes look really old. But it'll be more updated with like how times and people are today.
Cool.
It looks really
good. I didn't see that
one
either, so
yeah, I'm looking
they
forward
didn't
to
didn't show
cool
a
to
whole lot.
hear.
It was mainly just an interview with JJ Reeves and Bruce Timm.
Yep.
But they said a lot of good stuff, and I'm really excited for that. It's thumbs up from Mr. Luke over
Yeah,
here.
thumbs up for me as well. I'm very, very excited for this.
The next animated thing was something we forgot about, and then all of a sudden they're like, and here you go. And that was Young Justice Phantoms.
Yeah.
The 4th season of Young Justice.
Which, if you've not watched Young Justice, go freaking watch it.
It's so good. The animation is Studio Mir. So the animation is beautiful. If you don't know, they did Avatar. They did Voltron. and it looks so good. All the heroes are really awesome. Great storylines, great voice acting. But not only did they just like give a trailer, they dropped the first 2 episodes on HBO Max.
And they didn't even like make a big deal out of it.
They're just like now streaming.
Yeah, they're like
and
now
like,
it's streaming, and you're like,
What?
So this is the other thing that I did. I watched the first 2 episodes of Young Justice Phantoms. Season 3 had ups and downs in the middle, but overall is still really good. The whole show is really good. And I really liked where they start off with season 4. They're taking a couple of the like main characters and they went off to Mars, and they're kind of doing some negotiating for that so they can make some Zeta tubes so they can like get ready for Darkseid because he's out there still.
yeah,
And I really, really enjoyed what they're doing. It's really cool to, in an animated show, see that they're putting in these themes of racism, because on Martian there's the green Martians and there's the white Martians and there's some red Martians, and they're just extremely hostile towards each other. And it's really cool to see them put in these stories so like kids can mirror that into our own world, because that's clearly still an issue here.
Yep.
I'm really, really excited for where the show's going to go. And it was just such an awesome surprise to just be like, here you go.
yeah. Because there wasn't a lot of news. They announced the title of it not long ago. I feel like it was like, yeah, Young Justice season 4 is gonna be called Phantoms.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of showed the title card, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. And
And
then they were just like,
it's
here's
out.
the first 2 episodes. And I don't know that they've really said anything about like what their plan is for a release schedule, or if these first 2 episodes are out now and it's going to be a few months before we get more. But it's just cool to know that it's still happening. Like, because I do love Young Justice. It's definitely one of my favorite animated shows.
That first season is especially just incredible.
Yeah, it's great. I highly recommend it. Thumbs up.
Big thumbs up. Let's go.
Go next.
DMZ.
Oh, this was weird.
Mm-hmm.
This was really weird. Because Ava DuVernay came on.
New Gods just got shelved.
Yeah, it was just
Awkward.
a strange thing. They showed a lot of stills.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of stills.
This is a show I kind of forgot about and didn't know a lot about,
Yeah.
but it looks really cool.
It does look cool.
Mhm.
And Rosario Dawson's the lead. I think it's a Netflix.
Or is it HBO Max original?
I'm not sure.
Look it up.
I'm going to. But
Seems like a max.
I'll
original.
thumbs up this.
Yeah, same. Thankfully, I have both, so I can watch it.
Thumbs up.
Nobody knows where this is streaming, but Tyler's
HBO Max, yeah.
gonna do. It's
Nice.
on HBO.
Yep. Yep.
I love it. But yeah, it looks really cool. The other Ava DuVernay thing was they showed her new CW show, Naomi, which is a pretty recent created character, if I'm not
Brian Michael Bendis, yeah.
mistaken. I know nothing about her.
Yeah, I don't really know a ton about her either. My brother loves this character. He's super excited about it. I'm going to go neutral on it, though, because the clip they showed I didn't think was that great, and it's on the CW. So, unfortunately, the CW is not in a good state anymore, and anything that goes to it, it makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I will watch the pilot to this, though.
I not knowing anything about it, and they're talking about Superman, and Superman even doesn't fly by. Is like, oh, okay. So
Yeah.
it's pretty intriguing, but yeah, I'm still neutral.
Yeah, if it
Yeah.
was on like HBO Max as like a Max original, I think I'd feel a little bit better about it. But I'm guessing it's Berlanti, more CW stuff. So whatever, I don't know. But it is Brian Michael Bendis, and I love that dude. I think he creates really good characters. If you didn't know, he is the creator of Miles Morales. He does a good job. So hopefully that translates.
Yep. And another thing that is now going to be a Max original is Pennyworth, which is
Yeah.
has 2 seasons
yeah.
on
Epics.
Epics.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
Evidently, it's done well though, and the kid who plays Alfred he's kind of I don't want to say he's a budding star, but he's pretty popular. He gets fan casted a lot. People really are interested in him. So maybe this is what he needs to get more attention and get a chance at a bigger role.
But yep, moving over to HBO in the 3rd season, I think
Will be on Max.
will be on Max, HBO Max.
Yep.
The next big thing was Shazam, Fury of the Gods.
I'm not yawning because we're talking about Shazam. I'm yawning because I'm tired.
I was gonna say, how dare you? Cause
No, I'm juiced for this.
big old thumbs up.
Yeah, this looks freaking awesome.
Updated costumes, more villains, Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu.
Dragons?
Oh,
Dragons?
Let's go.
Yeah, the
just all the
number of,
mythical
like,
creatures.
Freddy-
yeah, cool creatures and
Freddy in the realm of the gods?
Let's
Not
go.
Freddy as like not Shazammed Freddy, like just Freddy in his little raincoat and beanie, kind of like walking around like, oh, I can't wait to hear like the conversations he's gonna have with Helen Mirren, just because he's such a goofball
She's gonna enjoy him kind of making fun of her to her face, but
for
he
being
doesn't
old.
realize.
Yeah. I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah,
And the first Shazam was fantastic.
criminally underrated.
Yes.
Thumbs
Yes.
up.
Big thumbs
I'm
up.
all in. Fury of the gods, baby.
let's go.
Then they talked about, mainly they showed a trailer for Catwoman Hunted, which looks really good. And then they also announced the next coming up animated movie slate, which will include Green Lantern, a Green Lantern movie.
Thumbs
Big
up.
thumbs up. And Battle of the Super Sons, which is
Yeah.
Superboy and Robin kind of going against each other.
Damien, yeah.
Or working together. And it's going to be the first fully CGI movie.
Yep. Which immediately, to me, makes me more intrigued.
Yeah,
It makes
Yeah.
me give that a thumbs up.
it also raises a lot of questions because, like, the Clone Wars is CGI. So, like, is it going to be like that? Or are we talking, like, video game cinematic CGI?
Yeah, who knows?
Like, there's just so many ways that
Until
that
we
can
get a
go.
like a vertical slice.
Is it going to be Beowulf?
What? Yeah. What does it? Yeah. I'll go neutral.
I'm giving all of them a thumbs
yeah,
up.
thumbs up on this.
Also, I was really surprised by the Catwoman trailer. I thought it looked like a lot of fun.
It looks like a traditional anime movie.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Catwoman, if any character fits into the anime realm, I feel like.
Yeah.
That was it, though.
No more.
DC fandom ended.
2021.
Woo. No. Then our brains melted because this little movie called The Batman had another trailer.
First one in a
And
year.
good grief! Oh!
Luke, tell me how you really feel.
I cannot wait.
I feel like you can't quite.
There's no way to quantify the feelings
Yeah.
that this trailer makes people have.
We've gotten so many versions of Batman. And I feel like we're finally getting one that is taken off the comic book page, but like still feels realistic too. Like it's not like Nolan's, where it's like, oh, it's grounded in reality and all that stuff. And then there was the Snyder Affleck one where it's just like Frank Miller.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like this could just lead anywhere. Oh man, like we were freaking out when we were watching this.
So this could lead anywhere is exactly what I was talking about earlier. The Flash post-credit scene or the Batman post-credit scene. I didn't think it would ever be possible, but like after seeing this trailer, I'm like, I can kind of see it. I can see it happening. Maybe not right away, but I can see him being in that world.
Like this looks like the year one Long Halloween Batman ripped straight out of the comic. There's some crazy things that happen in those comics.
Yep.
Like supernatural and alien stuff. I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but just like
But if it
seeing some of
happened
the
in this
things that
world,
happen
it
in
would
this
be-
trailer makes me think they could do some of the weird stuff.
Yep.
And it would still be believable. Mainly the part where he's in the tunnel and he gets shot like 100 times. I'm just like, his suit is built to take stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. And this
So
is
what's
like a
he
patchwork.
preparing for?
It's a patchwork suit too. It's one he made.
Mhm.
It's not even like this big like military grade thing that he gets.
It's not the perfected suit.
No.
Yeah.
And it's not the only suit he's gonna wear in this either.
And then That's just my wild brain going rampant when I just see all the ludicrous things in here that are melting my brain. But just the trailer in general was... It's better than like half the movies I've seen this year.
I just like even just to break it down like further, like shot for shot. I just think it's a pretty looking movie. Like it looks pretty. Like the color palette's interesting. Like it's orange, which is really cool.
I like the orange.
Yeah, like
palette.
I really dig that for Batman. I like seeing Batman like outside, kind of in like that dusk window of time, because that's in there a few times. I mean, I've been pounding the table about Pattinson, but I think this trailer just solidifies my feelings about him. His Batman voice is great. The way he looks in the suit is great.
Yeah, I think his voice is a nice... It's not as gravelly as
Bale.
like a Bale.
Ugh.
Where are the other drugs going?
I can't, like, the more time that passes, to not go down this rabbit hole, I hate Christian Bale's voice. I hate it. I can't stand it. To me, it's just bad.
I don't mind it in the first one.
In the first one, it's fine. But after that, it's horrible.
I feel like I don't like it, especially in The Dark Knight Rises. But to me, I feel like I just tricked myself into saying he's been doing that voice and it's just killing his voice. So it just sounds
It's
really
gotta
bad.
be so hard on your vocal cords.
The guy who loves to ground things has Batman like screaming at the top of his lungs all the time. It's such a weird choice to me. But I like Pattinson's Batman voice too.
Yeah.
I think it's really good. It's just a subtle change from what I assume his Bruce Wayne voice will be, which is what Conroy did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, very intrigued by what Reeves will do with his character throughout the story. I feel like we're going to see Batman completely broken down.
It's interesting. I am not as hot on this trailer as you guys are. I see a lot of the Dark Knight in here. Way more than I want to. And it doesn't worry me from a quality standpoint. I know Reeves is a fantastic director. Pattinson's going to be doing a very different kind of Batman. I just feel like I see some of those same beats. Oh, I'm the bad guy. I want to intentionally get caught and go to the interrogation cell so I can have my master plan be set in motion. It will work. I just thought that this trailer was not as... While it has some better shots and more interesting things than the first trailer, that first trailer got me so hyped.
Well,
and this one does not quite hit it for me.
I think I talked about this. I think the difference was last year we weren't expecting this.
It's true.
Like, we've been hyping up this Batman trailer for like 4 months now.
Yeah.
And so now it's finally here.
Yeah.
And so there was no way, like, to some, it was never going to meet expectation. Like, for me, it completely cruises past expectation. I think it's an incredible trailer. But no, I can see what you're saying. I think it's warranted, but I loved it. I thought it was great.
Just real quick, also, Selena Kyle and... or Zoe Kravitz and
Pattinson.
Not Pattinson.
Farrell?
Colin Farrell. Like, the more I see of them, the more excited I get to see what they're doing in their roles. So, yeah.
Yeah. Zoe Kravitz looks fantastic. I think we're finally going to get that definitive Catwoman. We've never gotten the Catwoman. Like, we had Michelle Pfeiffer's Burton version.
Yeah.
And we have the Nolan Hathaway version, which is...
You don't count
not
the
even
Halle Berry version?
It was almost there.
It's the definitive version. That basketball scene really just nails it.
I think it's also just crazy because, like, people kind of talk about how dark the Nolan, especially the Dark Knight, is. It's just like,
this is gonna be a lot.
This
darker.
looks way darker, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, I think what will separate this to just kind of play off of what you were saying.
Absolutely.
I think what will separate this story from The Dark Knight is, like, Batman in this story, and there's like a couple shots in the trailer where you kind of see it. He's like unhinged. Like, he does not have control over his situation at all. Like when he's absolutely pounding that dude in that building, and Catwoman's like sitting there like almost
She's
in
like,
tears.
oh my goodness.
Like this is a very like troubled Batman. Whereas like Bale's Batman was a little more like it kind of felt like he was never out of control. Like maybe a few times like he got stumped.
Yeah.
But in reality, like he always had the situation exactly where he needed it to be.
Yeah.
I don't think I think Pattinson's going to be chasing his tail a lot because he's younger. He's kind of figuring out how to be Batman without personally beating the ever living hell out of people.
I loved he had a taser.
Yeah,
on his hand.
tased
On his
the
Oh
dude,
gosh,
yeah.
that was
Like he's gonna have gadgets. He's gonna be a detective. It's gonna be like a 3-hour movie. Like it's gonna
Watch it come in at like 96 minutes.
No, it's I think its test screening times are like
That would be hilarious.
2:56. Right?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I said this when the first trailer came out. I think this is gonna be the best Batman movie ever made. And this trailer does not sway me at all from thinking that. I really think it will be.
I definitely think it has a potential too.
Yeah, I think it will.
I would agree. My comments earlier simply were on the trailer and some of those red flags. I think.
But is it really red flags if it's imitating The Dark Knight?
No, I mean not for me personally.
Right.
It's just it's interesting. I think in the Batman fandom, some might say.
Gross.
I hear lots of we pick and choose what we want to like about each thing because there's like Affleck's Batman.
I love Affleck's Batman.
But people don't. All I heard when Affleck's Batman was like, Batman doesn't kill. Batman can't be that dark. And now all I'm hearing is, and not just you guys, this is the internet in general. And I'm not saying you guys ever said this. I can't remember. I'm not that smart.
I've probably said a lot of things.
Is that like, oh, look at how dark this Batman is. Like, well, people were just complaining about it.
It's a different dark though, because like when Affleck's Batman just like uses the Batwing and just blows up 50 cars and they're just dead. And it's like it's a fake darkness almost. It's like trying to show you that it's gritty, where this is like everything about the world just kind of puts you on edge, and it's like the Batman's angry and we're gonna like see that journey worth like Affleck's he's just like we're angry.
Yeah,
we're kind of just gonna tell you.
We just assume he's angry. Yeah.
I'm branding people.
Well, and part of that problem I think with Affleck's too is like we don't get a real look at his Gotham.
This is true. We don't.
Whereas
Right.
like in this one,
Yeah.
we like to piggyback on what Luke's saying, like Gotham feels like it's a part of the story. Like Gotham is a character in this.
Yeah.
Not just a backdrop.
And it will be even more so after the show comes out.
And I think the other thing too, and
It's going to help a lot.
again, and see now I'm starting to talk myself into this. In The Dark Knight, like the Joker pushes Batman to do things he's not comfortable doing, right? And like the Riddler's gonna push Pattinson's Batman that way too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the difference will be just like again the confidence level between those two Batmans. Like Bale is like a very like he's an established Batman. Everybody knows who he is, and then Pattinson's gonna be like trying to figure out what it means to be Batman and how to separate himself from being Batman,
So
which we don't get.
In terms of that deep look inside a tortured soul that is Bruce Wayne, we had to have Nolan's kind of I'll use the word or the term white, like a whitewash Batman. Nolan's Batman had to walk so that Reeves's Batman could fly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
We had to make those baby steps, and
I think
And
even
we're-
Snyder's and Affleck's too, because that was like the total opposite of the spectrum.
That's like pushing it too far, right? Like, and I say that I love Affleck's Batman.
Yeah,
I think
I do too.
He's probably my favorite. To
I
this
enjoy
point,
all
but
of the live action.
It's one of the best
Maybe
parts.
not George Clooney.
It's one of the best parts about Batman is that you can have so many takes on it.
Yep.
And they can all work. Like, yeah, I've definitely complained about how Affleck's Batman killed. That being said, every Batman has killed.
Just not so explicitly like
Affleck's. And if that's their interpretation, that's fine. I'll go with it. If they did it with Nolan's, and I was like, okay, here we go. I enjoyed the heck out of those. I'm not as high on the Snyder stuff, but I really did enjoy the Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Affleck was fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm excited we get at least a little more of him in the Flash.
Yeah, it will be really fun.
It'll be a nice little.
What I'm really excited for,
fun, which is cool.
Yeah.
With Reeves is that we always get Bruce Wayne becoming the Batman. In this one, we're getting the Batman creating a Bruce Wayne.
Oh,
we're like, because it's always been said, the true identity of Bruce is actually the Batman. That's who he really is.
Right.
And then he puts on this facade of Bruce Wayne and goes out in public because nobody can know who he is. And they, like, even in the interview, they talk about how he's what did they say? An unhinged rock star?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
How he's not the party boy philanthropist yet. And I think that's the part that we're going to see that we've never really seen before.
Yeah, that is cool.
The inspiration, so like DC, and this is why I don't want to say I know, but this is why I really, really feel like this movie will be a lot different than what this trailer may look like and what the previous trailer looked like. DC released a 3-comic like bundle of what Matt Reeves used as his inspiration.
Oh.
And so it was Batman Year One, The Long Halloween, and a story that I think the story that will propel this movie is Batman Ego.
Yeah.
And it's a movie, the book is, the story is literally Batman versus Bruce Wayne. There's not like, there's villains obviously, but the conflict is himself.
Yeah.
Nobody else.
That's really cool.
So like, while the Riddler is very much going to be a villain, the real conflict will be Bruce versus Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where this movie will be so much different than anything we've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so excited to see it. And especially now that Gotham's actually a character.
Yeah.
Because that's something I feel like we've missed in almost every Batman
and
movie.
even Nolan's films, I think Gotham's like
New York City.
It was just New York or Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Like it was,
I guess Pittsburgh technically, if you. But yeah. Sorry, because they blew up the stadium.
I got you.
But yeah, it is. It's like Chicago or New York. It's
Yeah.
just any big city you've ever been to.
You don't feel the
Gotham doesn't feel like a part of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I will say I definitely do agree with you though. You were talking about how this is the realism of Nolan kind of. I do agree. It is leaning a lot more into that. But it's kind of what I said earlier. Like I feel like it can lead to more. This is just the beginning.
Sure.
Well, like he wingsuits
wingsuits
out down past like buildings. There's a shot where he's like falling through like out of like a broken window, and there's like stuff just going on around him. And
he gets shot like straight in the chest once, and then he takes all the machine gun bullets to the chest, and he's just walking down the hall. The whole Batmobile sequence at the end. Oh,
I want to flip that shot. I just really want to flip it and see what it looks like. I want it as a background for my phone.
It just Greg Fraser is a cinematographer on this, and man, he's killing it.
Yeah, I think this.
I am still very excited. I don't let my. No,
comments... you have to be the.
How dare you hate something? How dare you? How dare you have an opinion?
I don't hate it. That's the thing.
He said it. Edit it. Take out the don't. I hate it. Oh darn it! Now I said it. Now you're gonna make me think that I think Kuzul sucks.
So Dana asked this question.
All the ammo I need.
Dana asked this question when I left the house, and she said, "Do you and Luke, because you're at the house? Sorry, Brett. If you'd have been there, you'd probably be involved.
Probably
in
would
this
have been
question
in yeah.
She's like, do you guys, with this movie in particular, feel like it's possible to overhype it for yourself? And I thought to myself, no, I don't think so, because I think no matter how hype I get for it, I think I know what to expect.
Yeah, same.
From this movie. Like, I can be as hype as can be, but I think I know what this movie is going to be.
I'd agree. I've read enough Batman. I've seen enough Batman.
And like the fact that they released a 3-comic thing, like, no, like if you've read these stories, if you've experienced these stories in any form or fashion, you can get the idea of what they're going for.
Mm-hmm.
Will there be surprises? Absolutely. Will there be things that they change about the stories? 100%. But like the general consensus and the general feel I get from reading, I'm reading what I was alluding to earlier. I'm reading year one right now. I'm halfway through it, and you can see it in this trailer. You can see year one in this trailer, like almost beat for beat. Year one is in this movie.
Heck, even just with the red.
Yeah, literally,
the red lighting.
like it's in this movie. You can see it. It's so heavily ingrained. I'd say even more so than The Long Halloween. And like now, I really want to read Ego. Because I want to see like what parts of Ego kind of fit into this story. And I don't think I can overhype it. I will sit down in the theater and I'll say, what if it sucks? Because I do that for every big movie. Because of fanboys.
We got to do that with Dune this week.
Yeah.
What if it sucks?
There's always that possibility.
Yeah, there is a possibility this movie bombs and it's not good.
When I said that before? The Last Jedi. I was extremely disappointed in that movie ended.
You didn't watch any trailers for that movie.
I watched 0 trailers for that movie. And you know what? I'm never doing that again. Because going in with no expectations, I think is worse. Because you have to kind of set them right. Be like, okay, well, it's kind of going to be this. Because like when it started and it was that space battle, I was just like, this is going to be the best movie I've ever seen. And then it just... kerplunk. And I can't even explain like my emotions during that movie. It's why I saw it 3 times in theaters. I didn't know what to feel.
Yeah.
And I feel like I can put those expectations in my mind and I guess I can overhype it, but I don't think it will hurt the enjoyment of it.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, the marketing I really just avoid is that like 2 weeks leading up to it when there's like a
TV
new
spots
30-second spot and it's like, oh, they're gonna show something.
Yeah. I'll tell you this though, I think they're putting a lot of action in these trailers and there's not going to be that much action in the movie.
No.
Well,
they use some of the same stuff from that first one.
I was gonna say the only people I feel like I see him fighting are the Joker acolytes or whatever they are.
Boys. Yeah. I think the thing I would go in with expectations of is Blade Runner. This deep psychological movie with it will have more action scenes than Blade Runner.
for sure.
But they're gonna hit hard.
Yeah.
Like, and it's gonna finish. You're gonna be like, I can't believe he just did that.
I just think of his Planet of the Apes movies, and it's like those are deep, and yet they have good action.
Those are so character based,
and they're very character based. Yep.
Yeah, I guess my biggest takeaways. I'm doubling down on Pattinson. I think Pattinson's going to be a great Batman.
You know what? Heck, the movie's called War for the Planet of the Apes. So everybody went in thinking, oh, they're going to have an all-out war. They might destroy the planet. No, it's 2 guys having a theological, psychological war with each other with words.
Of ideals.
Yep.
Which is kind of what
it was incredible!
If it's the same thing with Batman, I'm in.
Let's go, baby.
Yep. Takeaways, Pattinson's going to be great. Zoe Kravitz is going to be a good Catwoman. This movie looks gorgeous. Colin Farrell is going to blow people's minds.
I got you! Love it.
Sweetheart. Relax, sweetheart. What was the other thing? Gosh dang it.
Dano? Gordon?
Oh,
Jeffrey Wright?
It has something to do with Dano, but like they're not showing his face for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
So, you might think it's him in that cell, but it may not be.
Maybe not.
The hype engine has been released, and it's...
Oh, dude.
March?
It's churning. March 4th.
March 4th.
Maybe March 3rd.
Maybe March 2nd.
Dude, if they do an early screening for that, I'm going. I don't care what it looks like.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah. I don't care what it looks like, I'm going.